So our presentation was on Are Tattoos a Professional in the Workplace by Treyvon.
I literally don't know why it's doing that.
So my first question is, does anyone in here have tattoos today? You have tattoos? All right. Has anyone in here ever been looked at differently because of their tattoos that they have in a workplace environment? Yeah. All right. Next slide. All right. So
Y'all, I'm really sorry about these slides.
Can professionals have tattoos? Tattoos are acceptable in many professional settings, including some positions in medical and legal fields. As the stigma surrounding body art fades, you may notice more professionals with tattoos. These days, it's not uncommon to see tattooed lawyers, nurses, doctors, and teachers. When workers in leadership roles, such as supervisors and owners, operators may also have tattoos, which I feel like is really important to show kids who come from different culture backgrounds to see that people who look like them can have tattoos and also be successful. So some opinions. Tattoos are even inappropriate at some high-end establishments though. These workplaces often prohibit certain types of body art. For example, a tiny cross might be acceptable on your wrist or ankle, but some symbols might be banned if it appears on your face or neck, which sometimes it might be excessive depending on what kind of crowd you're in. And it may seem unfair, but customers often have a specific idea of how workers should look in an upscale establishment, which I feel is like really wrong, because if you work hard to get into that establishment, you shouldn't matter what you look like. And failing to uphold these standards can result in profit loss for a business. So some pros of having tattoos in the workplace are: encourages individuality, which I feel like everybody should be their own self, because having a group of people who are all the same really lower self-esteem. It really doesn't show you who you can really be as a person. And my next one is may boost employee morale. And I feel like if you can be yourself around the people that you work with, I feel like you'll be more happy to get the job done, and it causes less chaos in the workplace. Projects a modern, open-minded company image rather than a stuffy, uptight one. I feel like when people can walk into your establishment and see that people look like them and can express themselves, it makes your sales probably go higher because of how it goes to the people you're trying to sell to. And opens up your hiring pool, potentially helping you find more qualified candidates. Like again, if people feel comfortable coming in and seeing who you are as a company and see that you're open-minded and accept everything, that can bring more talented people to your firm. And shows employees that you value skills and credentials more than appearance. I feel like if somebody went and worked at a law school or took the time out to try to further their education, they shouldn't be looked at differently for things they probably did in their past or body art. Should businesses have tattoo policies? Tattoo policies aren't mandatory, and you may not feel your company needs one. For example, a family-owned business with a handful of workers can probably function without a set policy. Also, a tattoo policy might not be necessary if your team members are not on the same page and about body art and your customers are fairly laid back, which I feel like I agree, because if you are a family business, you should know the people fairly well, and if you have good contact and let people know, then tattoos shouldn't really be a problem. And also, your company may benefit from a tattoo policy if you project an upscale, elegant, or classic image. For example, a high-end retailer or luxury hotel may ban visible tattoos or body art that covers a large portion of the skin. You may also want to ban tattoos if you hire models, actresses, or brand ambassadors for conservative companies, which I also do feel that can also play a part, because if you're trying to sell something to, say, a mother and a newborn child, well, not a newborn child, but a mother of a newborn child, you don't want to really have a lot of exposed tattoos, because a lot of newborn mothers don't really want to see that or have that product around their child. But at the same time, a person shouldn't have to be looked at because of what they did with their body. More reasons why tattoos should be seen as professional. One is there are no federal laws making it illegal for an employer to refuse to promote, or even fire someone based on their fact that their person has tattoos. which I feel like it's important because many people really don't read the handbook when they hire people, or don't actually go by the handbook, so they do like to offset and fire or not give people with tattoos the same approach when they're trying to promote other people who don't have tattoos. And my conclusion, now that we went over why tattoos should it be deemed as inappropriate or should be looked at as wrong, or have the person not receive the same opportunities as other employees. That's my presentation on why tattoos shouldn't be seen as unprofessional.